Now, not only have you ruined my marriage, you've ruined my lunch.
Are you Natasha or are you a Carrie? Are you the high-value wife or are you the doormat? Hello, my beautiful darlings. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day today. And today we're going to talk about Natasha and Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City. Why Natasha was the high-value woman of this show? Why did she embody that high-value woman energy? And Mr. Big did not hesitate a second into marrying her. He married her after 6 months knowing her. While Carrie, oh my God, she had to be chasing him for 10 years for him to marry her finally. And you know what happened in the movie. It was really, really bad. He left her in front of the altar. It was like he treated her like completely like a placeholder, like a doormat, like his booty call. He didn't care at all about her. While Natasha was the high-value wife, she had high standards. She is the embodiment of the femme fatale and the high-value wife that I'm talking about on this channel. So that's why I really wanted to talk about her. Her behavior, her demeanor, her standards is everything that I'm teaching you. You see, Carrie and Big had a long history, years of history. But when it came to settling down, he chose Natasha. And Carrie was quite obsessive about it. She was asking herself, why did he choose Natasha? Why did he choose Natasha? And this is the oldest story in the book, by the way. When a man stayed 10 years with a woman, using and abusing her, taking her feminine energy, and then 6 months later marrying another one. This happens to some of my clients and it can be very frustrating, and a lot of my clients are like, why?
Why wasn't it me?
Carrie.
No, seriously. I really need to hear you say it.
I don't know. It just got so hard. And she's...
Yeah.
And in this case, also Carrie was asking herself, why? What did Natasha have that I don't have? Why is he attracted to her? She's like simple girl. So why did Natasha get the ring while Carrie didn't? You have the same man giving 2 different types of treatment to 2 different women. As I said in previous videos, men put you in different categories. So do they put you in the category that is the Natasha, the high-value woman, the woman that you get to marry, the wife? Or are you in the category of Carrie, a pushover, a people pleaser, a booty call that he gets to call whenever he's bored? If you want to know more, this is what we're going to talk about today. But first, just wanted to let you know that if you want to see more of my content, I talk about fashion, femininity, old Hollywood glamour, seduction, dating, and anything to make you become a highly feminine lady and a high-value woman, and to truly get the treatment that you want. Feel free to join the channel, the link is down below, and also follow me on my Instagram and on TikTok. And if you want to join my Femme Fatale Siren course, the link is down below. It will transform you into this siren, into this woman that is considered as high value, that will get respect, love, commitment, gifts, like everything you want, because you need this energy. This is not just about your physical appearance. Carrie thought that Big married Natasha just because she's a model, she's good looking. Of course, that helps, okay? That helps to be looking like a model, but it's really not just about that. And you see counter examples everywhere. It is about your energy, your confidence, your self-worth, the fact that you value yourself so much that you don't allow anything less. So he has no choice than to treat you on a certain level. This is the energy of a high-value woman, and this is how men will really shift their energy towards you. They will treat you differently. With this course, they will treat you differently, for sure, because you will embody a different energy. So no matter what it is, if you are dating, if you're with a partner, you shift your energy and you get treated like a queen. And also, I have a vetting ebook that I just launched that is absolutely amazing for you, my darlings, because this is the blueprint for dating like a high-value woman. Vetting men properly, knowing if they are high-value provider men, if they are serious. I give you all the vetting questions. I give you how to present yourself, what to talk about, where to find those men, how to truly attract them and select them in the correct way. And this is a mistake that I see so much with my clients, is their selection process is not good. They don't select men in the correct way. They don't really see the red flags. They don't value the good qualities that are going to indicate that this man is going to be a high value masculine provider man. No, they focus on sometimes stupid external qualities that don't matter in the long run for him to be your husband. Vetting men properly in terms of even how to text men and how to respond in conversations. Like, I give you everything. I'm all about quality on my channel. So I wanted it to be your blueprint for when you're dating. You read it and you prepare it like a queen. So if you want to get the ebook or the courses, the links are down below. So Natasha versus Carrie. Natasha was really such a high value queen. So classy, effortless. Like really, I loved her. I loved Charlotte in Sex and the City, but I loved Natasha. I wish we would see more of her because she had such a high value presence and such an unbothered queen energy, like a femme fatale energy, even though she doesn't dress like one, but she has this unbothered queen energy, right? You see her immediately, you see that and you sense that immediately when she meets Carrie for the first time. When she meets Carrie for the first time, she is not jealous at all. Carrie is like full on screaming jealousy when she sees Natasha. Natasha is really unbothered. She's really confident. She's like, hi Carrie, nice to meet you. She's kind, she's respectful, she's classy, and she's unbothered. She's not jealous about the fact that Big and Carrie had a history together. She is fully aware that she's the prize. Like in this scene, you can clearly see the secure, confident woman and the insecure woman, ready to do anything to have the approval of men. Natasha? No, not at all.
Well, Carrie, this is Natasha.
Hi, it's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Oh, really?
Natasha's parents have a house here in East Hampton. We just came up for the weekend.
Natasha, if you don't treat her correctly, she'll leave and she moves on and she doesn't hesitate. Carrie, it's almost like you can step over her 1,000 times and she will still give you a second chance. She will still give you 1,000 chances. It's like people act like clowns around you, but you're still buying tickets to the circus. This is exactly what she's doing. She complains that people are clowns, but she's still buying tickets to the circus.
You know, 1 minute he's all over me, and the next minute he's pushing me away, and I just cannot believe this is happening again. Why do I keep doing this to myself?
So Big's relationship with Carrie was intense and like a lot of ups and downs. And this is not how you would define a relationship with a wife, right? She's not that stable. She's a bit all over the place. She's chaotic. She doesn't know how to be like a proper, well-presented, high-value woman that really take care of herself, have her life together, like Charlotte. Charlotte is like perfect wife material, by the way. She's not all over the place emotionally. And I think that's the big thing, is that Carrie was emotionally unstable. And emotionally stable and stability emotionally is the first sign of a woman that is high value. They don't want a roller coaster, they want some peace. Of course, they want a woman that is a challenge and that challenges them, but in the right way. Not a woman that is like an emotional roller coaster in a desperate way. In a way that's like, oh my God, I cannot live without him. Like she is dependent on him so much. Natasha also had boundaries and Carrie didn't. Carrie was always available. Men are drawn to what they can earn. Natasha had a level of detachment and mystery that make Big feel that he had to work to have her. Carrie, on the other hand, you don't have to work to have her. Her biggest mistake was to sleep with Big on the first date. She arrived with the shortest dress ever and slept with him on the first date. Immediately, even before going to dinner. So what is he going to think? In which category is he going to put her if she does that? And of course, Carrie was making herself emotionally accessible. No matter how many heartbreaks, whatever he does to her, she comes back to him. So she has no boundaries whatsoever. She was always accessible, always available. He could call her and she was there. She was the perfect booty call. She was the perfect pushover. She was the perfect pick-me.
Just tell me I'm the one. Come on, you don't have to tell your mother or the whole world. Just tell me.
And I don't understand why, because Big is not that interesting. He's not an interesting man. Like his personality is not that interesting. He can be a little bit funny sometimes, but he's so nonchalant that I cannot connect. I cannot know why she finds him charming. He has no depth. Anytime she wanted to talk about emotions and serious subject and love and, you know, feelings or anything that is a bit more deep, he would just be really superficial. He's an extremely superficial guy, by the way. He is a full-on red flag, and he's not a high-value man at all.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
I believe in lust at first sight.
I'm serious.
So am I.
But as I said, she was still buying tickets to the circus and coming back to him, trying to force him into becoming someone that he was not with her. And he became with Natasha, by the way. So, like, she was asking herself and making herself sick, trying to understand, why did he change for her and not for me? This is exactly why. This is because she was obsessed with him, putting him on a pedestal, so he has nothing to earn. It's not fun anymore. He doesn't see her as valuable because she's so accessible, because she's so easy to have. So then Natasha, not easy, high value, educated woman coming from a good family, very classy woman. You do not have her like that. You have to genuinely do effort to have her. Then he values her, and then he marries her. I also think that Mr. Big saw Natasha as a fresh start. Mr. Big was really a red flag. He really had a bad reputation in New York. Everybody knew that he was a player, that he was dating many women, and that he cheated on his ex-wife. So basically, he had a very bad reputation. And to find another woman that would accept him, a good quality, high-value woman that would accept him, he had to go in Europe. He found Natasha in Europe, where nobody knows him. So Natasha didn't know about his reputation, probably. So he could just imagine his life with her. She fit into his life. It's because she fitted into his idea of his perfect woman in his eyes. Like the idea of this woman that would enter high society, very classy, very demure, very elegant, that would fit into his circle. Carrie was not really like that. Carrie is a bit more wild and all over the place and chaotic. Like, she's smoking, she's drinking, she's partying, she's sleeping around. She's addicted to shoes, even though I'm not judging, okay? Like, I love shoes. But she's a bit more chaotic in her presentation, like how you see her even when she talks to people. She's not like Charlotte is, for example. I think that he would have preferred Charlotte for sure. But Natasha is perfect, basically. Like, she is this woman that would present herself nicely in any situation. It is the case, a lot of high value men want the kind of woman that Natasha is, which she is very high value, poised, with impeccable presentation, very well mannered, very well spoken, soft spoken, and quite also not emotionally all over the place. I remember at some point there was a party that he was inviting Carrie, and Carrie was making a big drama, a big scene in front of everyone. You do not want to make a scene in front of everyone. Natasha would not do that. So the truth about Natasha, her class, her elegance, and her self-respect. When Big cheated on Natasha with Carrie, Natasha handled it with grace, with self-respect and dignity. She didn't scream, she didn't lash out, she didn't lose her composure. Even in pain, she carried herself with dignity, knowing that she deserved better. She is a prize, and she knows that. She knows that, okay, that has nothing to do with me and my value if you cheat on me. It's him. He is the problem. And obviously he was. He is the problem. I am a high value woman and I deserve better. I will go and move on. I am not letting myself being treated that way. I value myself too much to be treated that way. So I'm gonna go. She has a high level of self-respect. Rather than Carrie obsessing over Big, maybe obsessing over his status or something, even though there's tons of men that have money in New York. Like, come on. Like, it's like she was acting like he's the only man, especially in New York. And values are way more important than money, because values, this is how he's going to treat you. Because look at Big. He was not treating her that nice. Even though he had money, you would think he would spoil her. You would think he would give her gifts and trips and everything. Nothing. He was not generous with her because he didn't think that she was deserving it. So this is the most important, is the character and the values of a man more than what he has, because he was so wealthy and he could treat her like an absolute queen. but he didn't want it to because he didn't value her. Natasha, on the other hand, she moved on. Once Big cheated on her, she moved on. She found somebody else. She found her happy ending. She did not waste years waiting for a man to change. And Natasha is the perfect example of if he wanted to, he would. I think he known her for 5 months before marrying her because he saw Natasha as his dream woman, as a woman that stand her ground, as a woman that have boundaries, that expect to be treated like a queen. So he's like, okay, she's valuable because she's expecting that, so she's valuable. If Carrie had the same behavior, she would have the same treatment. But of course, there's a twist. Mr. Big was never a high value man, and he didn't deserve Natasha, obviously, because he cheated on her afterwards. But Big was really a weak man craving for female validation. I think he wasn't his feminine energy, honestly. He was really in his feminine energy because he really wanted the approval of all the women.
How many women are you dating?
In the tri-state area?
Well, let's see. There's me, Julia. Oh, and let's not forget International Melissa.
I'm not doing this here.
And when he cheated on with Carrie, it's because he wanted his doormat back. He wanted the one that would make him feel like the prize, that would put him on the pedestal. He thought he was the prize. In front of Natasha, she is the prize. She's like, no, I am the prize, you know, and I want to be treated like one. So he was like, okay, I don't like that. I'm bored. I want my doormat that treat me like I am the prize, you know? So insecure and so not in his masculine energy. Natasha, she's high value, self-respecting, and she moves on. She moves on. She doesn't stay in a relationship that is not serving her. She doesn't stay in a relationship where a man is disrespecting her. No, she moves on and she finds someone better. Carrie, desperate, constantly chasing, and stuck in a cycle. Always coming back to the same point. It's like for the entire TV show, she doesn't evolve. She didn't evolve at all. She didn't change. She was having the same type of behavior when she was dating Jack Berger. At some point, she was really, you know, coming back to him even though he was mistreating her. She loved the pain in some way, I don't know. And Carrie hated Natasha even before meeting her. Out of jealousy, of course. She was kind of obsessed with her.
I will never be the woman with the perfect hair who can wear white and not spill on it, and chair committees and write thank you notes.
Yet when she finally met Natasha, Natasha was, as I said, super kind, respectful, completely unthreatened. And this is exactly what I'm teaching you, by the way. Like, never be jealous of other women. Never compare yourself to other women. She didn't let him define her view of men. So that means that it's not because he betrayed her that all men are bad and all men cheat and all men are going to treat her horribly and she is horrible. She didn't let him define the view that she has of men and the view that she has of herself as well. He is a bad man, but there's other men that are incredible outside. And then she had hope and like she was like, I'm gonna find someone better because I am incredible and I deserve the best. Carrie degraded herself also being the mistress. Like, she put herself on such a low level, sneaking around in Big and Natasha's apartment. This is really low and showing zero regard for the wife, honestly. Showing zero regard even for herself. Like, she doesn't respect herself doing that.
I know he's married.
That makes you the other woman. You're the other woman.
I am not the other woman.
You should feel bad. Do you ever think about how she'd feel if she found out?
Yes, I think about it all the time.
No, you don't. You think about what would happen to you if she found out. You don't think about her.
She doesn't understand that here Big was just using her. He's just using her. And a lot of men, when they are having an affair, and a lot of women when they are mistresses, they don't understand that the man is just, he's just using her. Carrie never took accountability, even though she absolutely wanted Natasha's approval. Remember when Natasha called her in the apartment? I felt so bad when Natasha fell on the stairs. This was really heartbreaking, and Carrie was still playing the victim afterwards. Like, Natasha wanted to talk with her like an adult, and Carrie was like a coward in that case. Biggs and Carrie's relationship was never serious. Like, I genuinely believe that. He never took Carrie seriously. He never saw her as truly his girlfriend, first of all, and truly his future wife, like taking her seriously. He was really treating her as a placeholder, a casual fling, someone he entertained but never truly respected. He never even wanted to introduce her to his mom. He was like, I'm not gonna introduce all of my girlfriends to my mom. And when he said that, it's like, it says everything. That means that for him, she's just a fling. She's just one one of many. You know, she's not the one. She's one of many. He was extremely rich, but very cheap with her. A man's love is reflected by his effort, his investment and generosity towards a woman, because he thought that she was not valuable enough to have that. She was not worthy of his money and his time and his effort and his commitment. Because first of all, he is a low value man, but also she acted like a full-on pick-me with him. Even when he offered her help for her down payment for her apartment, she said no. Like he wanted to give her $30,000, I remember. And I was like, why did she say no? Why did she say no? That's the least he can do after everything she's been through with him. That's the least he could do, helping her getting her apartment. And she said no because I think she believed that she was not deserving of that. She refused to receive. She refused to have him making efforts towards her. No efforts was needed. It's because she makes it way too easy for him. It's way too easy. So of course he's gonna be nonchalant and in his feminine energy. If you think that being convenient and being easygoing and the cool girl is going to make a man step up and value you and treat you like a queen, it's the opposite. You have to be actually difficult. So it is the opposite. They take advantage of girls that are too easy and too easygoing and require nothing. And when they finally married, by the way, with Carrie, he was so lazy. He didn't care about her. And did you see how he proposed? He proposed in a way that's so nonchalant. Like, oh yeah, do you want to get married? Like this, in the kitchen, like whatever. It's like it's not important. It's not like such a big commitment and such a huge thing, you know? No, you would imagine with a man like him that has all the money in the world, he could organize something incredible for her. He could organize a beautiful thing with flowers and a beautiful dinner and something incredible, I don't know, on a trip in the Maldives, on the beach, or in Italy. When a man value a woman and really love her, and then he has also the financial means, he can do something incredible for her. No, he was like in the kitchen and saying like, whatever, you want to get married? Yeah, maybe. And also during the preparation of the marriage, he was always complaining that she was doing too much, and it's like she could do nothing. She was like, oh, but I want this dress and this, and he was like, no, this is too much, like this is too many people. You know, he didn't want too many people to know that he was marrying her, almost like he was ashamed of her. Just like when he was dating her in those restaurants that nobody knew and nobody was there, like far away from the city. It's because he was kind of ashamed of her in some ways. So at the end of the day, don't be the Carrie, ladies. If you are the Carrie, if you recognize yourself in the Carrie situation, I can really help you. This whole channel is there to help you. My course is there to help you. Everything I do is there to help you to stop being the placeholder and the good enough girl, the pick me. Because ladies, you cannot nag a man into loving you. You cannot force commitment out of a man. And you cannot change a man that doesn't want to change as well. Be the woman men respect, not the woman that they use. Be the prize, not the desperate chaser. If he won't commit, don't wait. Move on like Natasha did. Are you a Natasha or are you a Carrie? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful darlings. I really hope you liked this whole breakdown of these two women, because they are the perfect example of what you should do and what you should not do. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and also follow me on my Instagram and on TikTok, and join my Femme Fatale Simon course if you really want to become a Natasha. You want to become the true highest version of yourself. And until next time, I'm giving you a lot of beautiful kisses, my darlings. Mwah.